outlaw. That's what God said. That's what God said. That's what God said.
Makes my world go round. Set my feet on holy ground. Set my feet on holy ground. Outlaws coming. Set my feet on holy ground. Outlaws coming. Set my feet on holy ground.
All right, about you've got the Manning Report. I am he, the quintessential American James David, righteous rebel Manning, broadcasting from our studio located in our church, which is located in the community formerly known as Harlem, New York City. But God Almighty has changed the name of this community to Outlaw. That's what God said. Well, got an extraordinary broadcast today, as all our broadcasts are extraordinary. But yesterday there was a shootout in the Oval Office, which has been brewing for some time. We're going to get right to it in just a moment. And you want to hear my take on this event from yesterday. We're going to go through it word by word, spirit by spirit, man to man, woman to man. It was something yesterday. The fireworks. I ain't seen nothing like this since Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton were in the Oval Office. This was a shootout yesterday to be absolutely stomped down sure. But now here, let me just set this thing up for you. Most of y'all already know about it, probably seen it, and probably many of y'all got the Fox News version of it, and you've been deceived. No, you've been deceived. You've got the Rush Limbaugh with his racist self. You've been deceived if you got the Fox News version of it, with their unconstitutional, if you will, selves. You've been deceived. You want to get the Dr. Manning's version of it. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so here's what happened. Trump has been running amok for the last 2 years, just doing what he wants. He's been unchecked. Congress has not stopped him because he's had the majority in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. If he wants to get up and say something, he just says it. And nobody, he just does. He's been like a bull in a china shop. And but yesterday the rubber met the road. Nancy Pelosi put that boy in his place, and Chuck Schumer, who I thought was acting a bit sheepish, mainly because he doesn't have the kind of power that Nancy has, and maybe doesn't have the same kind of chutzpah that Nancy has. So we're going to watch Nancy Pelosi put that boy in his place. He's going to wiggle. My concern, when I first saw this, I was watching it unfold live, or at least right after the fact. And I'm thinking to myself, why would they put this, why would he call them into the Oval Office and have the media there to watch this go down? Because you can't, you don't know what people are going to say. You can't edit it. This is going to be live. Why did he have that live? And what I found out is that Trump is the one that asked for it to be live, and Nancy Pelosi asked for it to be private. So if they had to go at one another like this, that it wouldn't be broadcast all over Alaska, the North Pole. But it appears that Trump had an agenda, that Trump thinks that he is a great performer, and he wanted to perform for his base. He wanted his base to see him kick Nancy Pelosi's California bloomers off of her. It didn't work out quite that way. But I think that's what he was looking for. I think he was looking to show his base how tough he is. I don't think he got, you'll judge and see. And then, of course, we got to talk about Mike Pence. What the Sam Hill what was that? He got Alvin and the Chipmunks. Mike Pence sat there. Anyway, all right, Mr. Indian, let's do this part by part. Everybody, all right, hang tight, everybody. We're going to go through this whole segment here. It's going to take us a few minutes to get through it. Mr. Engineer, start the clip where the promoter told you, our producer told you to start the clip with Trump and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer.
Good. Nancy, would you like to say something?
Well, thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity to meet with you so that we can work together in a bipartisan way to meet the needs of the American people. I think the American people recognize that we must keep government open, that a shutdown is not worth anything, and that you should not have a Trump shutdown. You have the White House,
did you say Trump?
shutdown.
Oh.
You have the White House, you have the Senate, you have the House of Representatives, you have the votes. You should pass it
No, we
right
don't have
now.
the votes, Nancy, because in the Senate we need 60 votes.
No, but in the House,
and we don't
you
have.
could bring it up right now.
Yeah, but I
today.
can't, excuse me, but I can't get it passed in the House if it's not going to pass in the Senate. I don't want to waste time.
Well, the fact is, you can get it started that way.
The
And-
House we could get passed very easily,
Okay,
and we
then
do.
do it. Then
But
do
the
it.
problem is the Senate, because we need 10 Democrats to vote,
No,
and
that's
they
not
won't
the
vote.
point, Mr. President. The point is that there are equities to be weighed, and we're here to have a conversation in a
Correct.
prayerful way, so I don't think we should have a debate in
Correct.
front of the press on this. But the fact is, the Senate, the House
Let me see, just stop it right
Republicans
there.
could...
Just a couple things, right? Because widen that's hold it right there. Now, number one, he calls her Nancy. I'm not sure that that was the best way to address her. He could call her Mrs. Pelosi, or he could call her Congresswoman Pelosi. But he starts out by saying Nancy as if, you know, she's some schoolgirl or something. I thought that was very disrespectful and contemptible. The other thing is that he had set this up again to make himself look good. And his body posture says that he is terribly tense and worried. He wasn't worried about Nancy Pelosi. He's worried about Robert Mueller, Michael Cohen, and Michael Flynn, and a host of other people. It's what he's thinking about. He's sitting there, but in the back of his mind, he don't think Nancy is a threat. Sister Pelosi. He doesn't think Pelosi is a threat. He doesn't. What he is looking at, he called her there because he knew the cameras would be there, but he don't see her. He doesn't see this is going to blindside him. He does not see what's going to happen to him. He's thinking about, I need to find a way to get Mueller off my case. Michael Cohen has sold me out. Mike Flynn has sold me out. Manafort has sold me out. You know, I got to get something. And